We are here in Jerusalem at the Christian Friends of Israel office in their main headquarters building. We're partnering together, Christian Friends of Israel, David Krupman of the Isaiah projects. We're going to make a difference. We're changing the strategy of how we're going to assist those victims of this terrible, worst catastrophe, worst terrorism that has happened in well over 50 years. And I want David Krupman to come in and tell you about the kibbutz Be'eri and how we're going to help them and make a difference. David.
Robbie, thank you so much for the opportunity to partner with you today, along with Tristan Hall of Christian Friends of Israel. Kibbutz Be'eri on October 7th experienced extreme brutality. The terrorists were finding the homes with children, and we know that children were burnt, severed, killed, and 350 children witnessed loved ones being murdered on that day. Currently, 1,000 people are at the Dead Sea Hotel, and they're going to be transitioned to temporary housing. We know from their spokesperson from the community saying not only do they need trauma intervention therapy sessions for the children to deal with the horrific events that took place on October 7th, but although the government is giving an apartment, they're giving a shell, just the empty shell of an apartment, but they're going to need furniture and they're going to need kitchen appliances. So we've decided to partner on this project to begin the kitchen appliance project of a washing machine, of an oven, and a refrigerator. These are temporary things they're going to need to be able to go to the second stage of trying to live their lives out. So thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you. Also pray for all the hostages, but Kibbutz Be'eri has over 10% of hostages in Gaza right now. So your prayers are accepted right now. Please pray for them, as well as our security personnel on the border.
Everything I'm hearing about Kibbutz Be'eri is about those that were taken and those that were killed being the younger families. What about the elders? What about the seniors in that city?
So it happens to be that Kibbutz Be'eri, the elderly couples were spared because the Hamas terrorists were looking for children. This is the satanic spirit of what Hamas represents. No different than Amalek during the time of the Bible when they attacked Israel coming out from Egypt as they were going to the promised land. They attacked women and children.
But David, how did they know that children were at homes?
Because they identify those homes through the bicycles outside the homes, through children's activities that normally would take place outside the home. They knew this was a family, as opposed to a couple who are elderly. And what's quite fascinating in the Kibbutz Be'eri situation, they had 3 Arab workers in the early morning that opened up the cafeteria for this kibbutz. And these 3 Arabs put their lives on the line and saved some of the elderly people, although this was a danger to their own lives.
Wow, we're hearing so much that's showing the negative, the weakness, and the evilness of what humanity can do. But we're also hearing these stories about humanity pulling together. And that's kind of what we're doing here now. You're a Jewish person, I am a Gentile from the nations. But together, all we care about at this point is humanity. And I want to say to you, we are changing the strategy. In the very beginning, CFI is right here on the front lines like they've always been. We're going to see to it when these families that have been so terrorized by this evil work, so terrorized, when they are given the opportunity, and that's going to start really soon now, that phase has begun. They get into housing. We're going to give them all the appliances they need to feed their family, a washer, a refrigerator, and a stove. That way they can survive in a home with their family. And I want you to help with that.
What's amazing about what we're doing is that we're doing it together, Jews and Christians, as it should be. Not as separate organizations with our own projects, helping out whatever is needed on the front lines, and right now through the second stage of the war, for the transition of the families that have gone through so much horrific, traumatizing events. But we're doing this together to share a covenantal bond. All right, we believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And what God is seeing right now is what it should have been years ago. 2 communities of faith, celebrating God in mystery, and moving His kingdom a little bit further.
Good. I want to introduce to you now Tristan Hall. He's the Executive Director of Christian Friends of Israel. Tristan, I'm excited about this project. Do you feel it's a worthy cause, and how can we finance it?
Thank you, Robbie. Absolutely, I do. Because many of these Jewish families have lost everything. They've lost husbands, wives, children, parents, grandparents, grandchildren, neighbours, friends. And they've also lost their homes. Many have lost their homes. They've been set on fire. Some of them have been bombed. So it's not just the loved ones. Now, the loved ones can never be replaced, obviously. But one thing that we can help with is to help provide furnishings for new homes. That's something that we can do. The need is so great. We have an opportunity to come alongside these people in the spirit of Ruth, when Naomi is in such need once again, and to provide, from Christians all over the world, we can provide things of practical use. What we're looking at is to provide a kit for the home of large electrical appliances. So an oven, a fridge freezer, and a washing machine. We've quite wonderfully been able to get a very good price from a wholesaler who's prepared to let them go for, they're making a loss really, but people are doing it because they want to help the people. The Israelis want to help their own people as much as they can. So it will cost $1,500 per family to supply each of these appliances, which is really a fabulous opportunity. So we really want to help as many families as we can that are displaced in being rehomed. And in this climate, believe me, having a fridge freezer isn't a luxury item. So we can't do it without you. We need your help. This is our opportunity, and we can take it together to be Ruth in this situation. The time is now.
And Tristan, we're looking at, in this phase, trying to help 100 families get relocated. And if people does the math on that, we can do it. We can do it if 100 people would just respond. People that CFI has, Isaiah Project, Zion's Bridge, we can do this. We can get these 100 people and start giving back what the enemy took from them.
That's right. 100 is our minimum goal.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is more than kibbutz Be'eri. There's many other kibbutzim, moshavim, and communities that are in need of being rehoused. Obviously, not all of the homes have been damaged. Some of them are still there, but the war is ongoing, and they are not allowed to return at the moment. Many of them. Beyond that, even those that will be able to return, many have been so traumatized that they don't want to return to those homes. Some of them have witnessed loved ones being slaughtered to death in those homes. Who would want to be there? So rehousing is a big need in Israel, and it will increase in need over the coming weeks and months. So yeah, this is our aim, to help a minimum of 100, but God be willing, we can help even more.
With God's help and together, my brother, we can do this.